5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, set, go.
Okay, everybody, if you guys are ready to talk about movies, because I'm ready to talk about movies, and I want to go ahead and let you guys know that I'm going to be doing something a little bit more different here, because I figured that it's been taking a little bit of too much work and having to develop all my videos collided into one set. So I went ahead and decided to see if it was going to be a possibility of having to divide them into each in particular video. So that's what I'm going to do today, and hopefully it works out very well for all you viewers out there, to having to take the chance out of your day to having to watch at least one of my videos, because you guys are such a huge inspiration to me for having to do such a great and incredible hobby of mine, because I love to talk about movies, but more importantly, I love to talk about them with you. So I want to go ahead and get started here, you guys, with one of the very great movies that I really grew very fond of and was very excited to talk about. And so I figured I'd just go ahead and just give it out there to you guys. And don't forget that you could always, if you have any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns, you can always leave it in the comment section in the bottom. And we have an awesome conversation regarding towards this flick or any of the movies that you like to talk about in general. So let's get it started here, you guys, with the first movie I want to talk to y'all today is Instant Family. Okay, so Instant Family is directed by Sean Anders, who happens to be the same director of the Daddy's Home movies, the first one and the second one. I didn't grow very fond of the second film because it wasn't very much a necessary flick. You can never live up to the original. I did enjoy the first Daddy's Home movie. It really was a great, fantastic film, and I think that Sean Anders has a unique capability in having to touch the audience's hearts and bring people into tears when having to watch these films that are very much dealing with family situations. And that's what Instant Family is all about. It's about these two main characters played by Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne, who plays a married couple who is in the starts of developing a family. So they get themselves involved in having to do foster care, and they meet this in particular child who happens to be a teenager, and most parents out there who are looking for a foster child are not very much interested in having to adopt a teenager, because a teenager is, of course, an older and a very out of control adolescent, difficult child to handle with. So, but yet they go ahead and take on that challenge, and it's not just her. She also comes along with two of her siblings, so one little brother and one little sister. So now it's become more of a family of two to a family of five. And it's kind of like cheaper by the dozen, It's you grow really, you're from a very small family, and in an instant you are this huge family supporting these wonderful children, and at first you think that this is going to be just a piece of cake, because who can't handle kids, right? Wrong. We all know that you cannot handle kids. You have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of time, and you have to be very, very understanding towards them. And it's very complicated. It's very difficult for all the parents out there who happen to know what that's all about. You would very much enjoy this movie. It's just a fantastic film. I very much enjoy how everything starts off to be, easy peasy, piece of cake, so on and so forth. But then things started to get a little bit more complicated, and then we start to go ahead and get a little bit more depth into it to experience what the deeper character is experiencing throughout the film. And then you go ahead and you mix it all together, and having to develop this huge understanding between not just one-sided, but both sides of the parents and the children colliding together, becoming this one incredible one-unit family mark. And I think that it was completely fantastic and wonderful. The teenage girl is played by Isabella Moner. I think I pronounced that right. And then we have Octavia Spencer in this, and I think Octavia Spencer is pretty cool. I think that she's pretty awesome. But she kind of gives me a little bit of a remembrance towards oh my god, what's her name? I forgot her name, but she's she's very funny. I very much enjoy who she, the way that she develops this character within the movie. Wanda Sykes, that's a name that I remember. Wanda Sykes. She's kind of like a little bit of a Wanda Sykes. If Wanda Sykes played this, I think it would have been a little bit more entertaining. But I think that Octavia Spencer did a magnificent job having to be in this movie. And I know that at the towards the ending, there's this other character who's being introduced that really doesn't have any significant importance to the film, which is played by Joan Cusack, and I completely recognize. I mean, she's a very familiar actress, and she just pops in there and just like, okay, what is her part in this movie? I don't know, maybe because she wanted to be in it and she really doesn't really have any part of having to be part of this movie, but I don't know, that really took me out of the flick. But all in all, I loved this movie. This is great, fantastic, great time with the flick. I really did hate the fact that I wasn't able to go to the movie theaters to experience this movie, because I would have loved to included this into my top 10 movies of 2018, because it really touched my heart. It brought me to tears, and you guys know when a movie brings me into tears, you are definitely hitting that list. But with Rotten Tomatoes, it gave it an 81%, and me, I happen to have loved it so much to giving it a 92%. It's such a fantastic, wonderful movie. I enjoyed it so much the first time when I watched it that I went ahead and decided to watch it again immediately after, and I couldn't grow tired of it. It's such an amazing movie. I had a great time with it. So that's my review for Instant Family. What do you guys think? You guys can always leave a comment in the section in the bottom, and we can have an awesome conversation regarding towards this flick or any movies that you would like to talk about in general. And go ahead and check out some more of my my movie video reviews about several other movies that I recently watched, because I found them to be very entertaining enough. Excuse me. I found them very entertaining enough to have to do a review off of them. So go ahead and check those out. I will be working on those immediately right now as soon as I'm done with this video. But otherwise, I'm Awesome Joe, and don't forget to like and subscribe on my pages on both YouTube and on Facebook at Awesome Joe. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns, please leave it in the comment section in the bottom, and let's have an awesome conversation, you guys. But otherwise, I'm Awesome Joe, and as always, stay awesome. Thanks guys so much, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.